waiting for. The biggest spectacle in international football, perhaps all of football, indeed sport as a whole. Countless qualifying games played by nations that entered the global competition. All but two have headed home now, and it comes down to this. Making the finals in itself is a massive achievement. This, the most rarefied ever. Really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. We stand for the national anthem of France. Well, that was impressive. Match that. Well, you do wonder what might be going through the minds of these players ahead of this game of games, the very pinnacle of the world.
Well, Peter, from memory, I would imagine that it hasn't changed that much, and it's a case of just making sure your individual duties are done properly, not to let the team down and then turn your nerves into a winning focus and determination. The head has to rule the heart. Passion has its part to play, but the brain needs to stay sharp.
Well, this is it.
As with a lot of finals, caution plays a big part in the opening stages, but an early goal can blow all that away, so I hope that we can create an attacking contest here, which obviously we want for this showpiece.
Hernandez. Richarlison. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Conte. Rafael Varane. Mbappe. Hernandez. Mbappe. Conte. Rafael Varane. And it's played forward. Emerson does well to read it and intercepts. Oh, he's broken through. Rafael. Beautifully done. Emerson pumps it into the area. Goes for goal! And it's a goal!
What a start! And what a contribution from the main man. I had a feeling he might do something, given his reputation, but to do it like that, absolutely brilliant. I wasn't expecting that. I can give the keeper a little sympathy here because I think he might have been slightly unsighted. However, credit where it's due, it's still a fine finish from a tight spot.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Well, Peter, the emphasis should now switch to winning it, rather than even thinking about losing it.
Rafael Varane. Well, that's where he wants it. Thiago Silva. Marquinhos. Lucas Paqueta. Marquinhos. Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva goes looking. And here's Benzema. Out towards the flank. Marquinhos. Neymar. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Lucas Paqueta. Neymar. Forward it goes. Oh, and he's asking too much with that. Mbappe. Pogba. Conte. Rafael Varane. Coman. Some good play on the left-hand side now to profit from it. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Hernandez. Coman. Rafael Varane. Coman. Looks to thread it through. Well positioned to make that interception. Casemiro. Lucas Paqueta. Marquinhos. Lodi. Vinicius Junior. And out to safety. Neymar. Benzema did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Pogba. It's Dembele. Mbappe. Coman. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Neymar. Lucas Paqueta. Marquinhos. Casemiro. Neymar plays it forward. Vinicius Junior. Pogba. Rafael Varane. Varane drives it forward. Lobs it in gently. Played into space out wide. Some good stubborn defending there. Emerson demonstrating fabulous determination. He just will not be beaten. And he's going long. Thiago Silva. Rafael. Marquinhos. Lodi. Gets it back. And he has been fouled there. Cleared away. Defending of the desperate variety. It's Mbappe. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Neymar. Vinicius Junior. Going for goal! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
Neymar simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Casemiro. Keeper sends it forward. Richarlison. Vinicius Junior just brushed off the ball there. Now it's Benzema. Coman. Fence has got rid of that.
France have been pretty good down that left side, you know. No doubt this is an area they've identified as a potential weakness in their opposition, and they're willing to exploit it. Well, this poses the defence a few tricky questions, and the answers have to be hard and fast. Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what are they trying to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
And they win it back again. Vinicius Junior. Marquinhos. Emerson pushes to get on the end of it. Raphael. Surely. And the finish! Cleared without complication. Raphael with the delivery. Deflected behind for a corner kick. And it's hoisted clear. Marquinhos tries to get it forward. Towering header! Pogba. Brazil are already ahead, the perfect start.
Well, they've managed to get their noses in front early because they've been much quicker out of the stalls. They've set a high tempo and intensity and look as though they want it much more at the moment.
Dembele. It's a fine challenge and it goes his way. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
Emerson. And it's Raphael. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. The referee's awarded a free kick. Brazil take a 2-goal lead and things should be comfortable from here on in.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Coman. First quarter of an hour gone. Emerson. Thiago Silva. Emerson. Thiago Silva. Hoists it forward. Coman. Dinks one in. Here it comes. Dembele looks to clip it forward. He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Peter, his body shape was a giveaway before he made the pass, and its obviousness was appreciated.
Conte. Varane tries to get it forward quickly. Mbappe. Coman. It's Benzema! Decent enough try.
Benzema quickly realised that he could have a pop, not his best.
Conte. Hernandez. Pogba. And it's Dembele. And here's Benzema. Pogba. Real chance! Pogba. Coman. Rafael Varane. There's a long ball. Lovely feet. Coman with the delivery.
There's been quite a few crosses coming in from that left-hand side. Coman really is providing a very good outlet there, and his contributions, I think, are going to be key. Well, the defence have two choices: deal with the man or deal with the space.
Marquinhos. Lucas Paqueta. Marquinhos plays it over to the other flank. Rafael. Richarlison. The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. And here's Neymar. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team, really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Marquinhos plays it forward. Richarlison. Vinicius Junior. Coman. Hernandez drives it forward. Dembele gets into a dangerous position. Marquinhos. Lucas Paqueta. Vinicius Junior. Attempts to play it through. Can he deliver? Vinicius Junior. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Mbappe battling down that right flank. Going through. Oh, the ball's come loose. Thiago Silva gets good distance on it. is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. He's picked him out. Coman goes for the cross. Coman with the delivery. And that's been levered clear. Hernandez puts it back, and it's played forward. And play for a goal kick. Conte. Rafael Varane. Coman. Rafael. Casemiro. Marquinhos. Marquinhos goes looking. Richarlison. Tins it out wide. Lucas Paqueta. Casemiro floats one over. Rafael fires it in low. And he heaves it forward. Emerson. Rafael plays it out to the flank. Casemiro. Rafael. Benzema. Over to the left. He's left his man. No complaints about that challenge. Robust but fair. Lucas Paqueta. Vinicius Junior. And it's Rafael. Rafael Varane. Hernandez. Rafael Varane. Forward it goes. Foot in. Marquinhos. Vinicius Junior. Richarlison. Rafael. Who's ball? Who's going to get that? Mbappe. Rafael Varane, and it's played forward. Well, they've seen lots of the ball, trying to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Casemiro plays it forward. Lucas Paqueta. Pogba comes out on top in a really physical duel. Pogba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Casemiro. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Coman. Mbappe. Hernandez. Mbappe. Conte. Mbappe. Pogba. Hernandez. Pogba. Hernandez. Mbappe. Lucas Paqueta. It'll be a throw-in. Chipped through, dinked in. Lodi. Marquinhos. Lucas Paqueta. Thiago Silva. Rafael. Richarlison. A really good feat. Raphael with a delicate ball. Varane tries to get it forward quickly. Mbappe. Kante drives it forward. Hoists it forward. Vinicius Junior. Lucas Paqueta. Lodi could try cutting inside here. Chance to cross here. Coman. Oh, it's Benzema. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Pogba. Raphael Varane. Mbappe. Pogba. It's got through and... Casemiro. Raphael. Richarlison. Coman, very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full-contact contest. Casemiro with the crossfield ball. Lodi tries lifting it over. Knocks it away. Neymar tries to stroke it through. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Thiago Silva. Casemiro. Brazil are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. Marquinhos. Lodi. Pogba. Lodi has got himself a free kick. Marquinhos. Casemiro plays a clever pass. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. It's found its way to him. A real chance if he can get through. Coman gets away from his opponent. Cuts it out. Raphael does well there, alert. Hoists it high. Good ball over the top. It's a throw. Plenty waiting in the middle. Raphael with the delivery. Lucas Paqueta. Richarlison. Gorgeous control there. Lucas Paqueta. Vinicius Junior plays it backwards, and they'll try again. Conte. Raphael Varane. Coman. Benzema. Mbappe. Time getting close now. Mbappe. Coman. Rafael Varane. Coman. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Thiago Silva. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And it's Neymar. Richarlison. He's looked long this time. Richarlison. Danger averted for now. That is terrific skill. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. He's in, surely! Mbappe.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Chance, hits one! Oh, shame, that was nicely worked.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Logi. Casemiro. Neymar. Marquinhos. Marquinhos goes looking. Hernandez gets into the right position to intercept. Hernandez. Conte. Coman. Mbappe. Benzema. Benzema takes the long option. Coman beats the offside trap. Rafael. Decent looking ball. Emerson. Richarlison. Emerson. Richarlison looking to run onto it. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Coman. Coman. Forward it goes. Just brushed off the ball there. Casemiro. Lucas Paqueta switches it towards the other side. Mbappe dinks one in. Benzema finds himself offside. Thiago Silva. Neymar. Casemiro. Emerson. It's Rafael. Hit into the middle. Mbappe drives it forward. Tries to dink it in. He's made sure that that won't get through. Well, there's the whistle. The first half of the final has flown by. Half-time in the final, Jim. How do you read it?
Well, it's obvious who's likely to be more content going in at half-time, but I sincerely hope that there's a fitting response from the opposition to really engage us on the big occasion.
Brazil ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. and we're underway. Rafael Varane. Mbappe. Pogba. And here's Benzema. Done very well to intervene. Lucas Paqueta. That's great strength on the ball. Logan. And it's played forward. Vinicius Junior. Time to deliver. Lovely bit of skill there. Lucas Paqueta. Neymar has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target. Now, as long as he keeps working for his team, he should be fine.
Lucas Paqueta. The defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again.
Well, he just had too many touches, and he was asking for it to be pinched off him.
Coman looking to get on the end of this. He's dealt with that well. And it's been taken straight back. Nice touch. Tries to stroke it through. And the defence can get it clear. Defending was strong and firm. Lucas Paqueta. Logi. Rafael Varane. Pogba. Dembele. And it's Pogba. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Dembele. Richarlison. Thiago Silva. Emerson. That's not going to make it. Neymar. Vinicius Junior. Lucas Paqueta. Thiago Silva. Emerson. Rafael. Richarlison. Played out to the right. So who's he picking out? Oh, sweet feet. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Rafael Varane. And it's Rafael. Neymar, 2 goals to his name already. It's a loose ball. Rafael Varane. Coman. Conte. Casemiro. Lucas Paqueta. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Pogba. Mbappe. Deftly done. Coman. He's got away. He's come loose. The ball's loose, and he's after it. There are a few waiting for it. In comes the delivery. Emerson. Casemiro. Emerson. Thiago Silva. Lucas Paqueta. Marquinhos. Neymar. Vinicius Junior. Raphael. Gets wrestled off the ball. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see.
Raphael quickly realised that he was headed down a dead end. Maybe he was waiting to be fouled.
Raphael Varane. Conte. Hoists it forward.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Now it's Benzema. Coman. Benzema. Just the keeper to beat. He's gone for it.
Looking back on that, it was some save and potentially a big moment for the keeper and his team.
Thiago Silva. Marquinhos plays it forward. Neymar is being picked on here.
Yeah, and they finally reacted, but they could have been more switched on before he scored.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Raphael Varane. Mbappe. Early stages of the second half, and still two between them. Hernandez. Pogba. Hernandez. Conte. Raphael Varane. Coman. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Emerson. And it's Raphael. Gets it into the middle. Cleared away. Pogba gets rid without sophistication. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Neymar. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Mbappe gets it back. Pogba tries to get it forward quickly. Thiago Silva. Vinicius Junior. Marquinhos. Lucas Paqueta. Lodi. Vinicius Junior. Oh, really good feet from him. Neymar. Out to the left it goes. Looks to drop one. Hurls himself at it! And it's there! Without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Griezmann. Griezmann goes looking. Alisson gets it upfield. Lucas Paqueta. Vinicius Junior. Almost an hour gone. Out to the right. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Richarlison taking his leave here, having got himself on the score sheet.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, if that's the case, then, he's doing the right thing.
Rabiot. And it's Griezmann. Oh, that's neat. Mbappe. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
And it's played forward. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Thiago Silva. Marquinhos drives it forward. And here's Benzema. Varane! Rafael. Oh, good interception. Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus spreads it towards the left. And that has been cleared. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Lodi. Lovely bit of skill. And it's Neymar. Tries a shot! And tested the keeper.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back page headlines there.
Oh, smart save. Now it's Griezmann. Good ball. It's Griezmann! Rafael. Emerson. Marquinhos. Lodi. Marquinhos. Lucas Paqueta tries to switch the play. Hoists it forward. And he just whacks it away. Lucas Paqueta has gone out. Dembele. Dembele tries a pass forward. Casemiro. Emerson. Casemiro. Lucas Paqueta. Emerson. Thiago Silva. Emerson. On the right now. What's on? Rabiot with the slide tackle there. Varane tries lifting it over. Thiago Silva. Vinicius Junior. Lodi. He's got through. He's come through and he's had a quick look inside. A heavy challenge. Oh, that's a foul and the whistle's gone. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. What a save from Maurice! Raphael. Oh, shooting chance! He's kept it out, just.
Gabriel Jesus simply had to find something instinctive because of the unexpected way the ball came loose.
He's played it short. Nicely controlled. Casemiro crosses in a low one. Forward it goes. Well played, he saw that coming. Marquinhos. Vinicius Junior. Lloris sends that a long way. He spotted the run and played him through. Shoots! Gabriel Jesus crosses it in, knocks it away, gets the better of his man, keeper has beaten it away, played it again, great lead, they've scored! Comfort, yeah, all comfort, easy away. Good finish, the ultimate against the vigilance.
Gabriel Jesus really showed good strength there. Held his man off, didn't let himself get bullied, and got his effort away. Maintained control.
Manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that favour.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Brazil tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Emerson. Raphael. Strong challenge, but well within the laws. He's made sure that that won't get through. Lucas Paqueta. Marquinhos. Casemiro. Thiago Silva plays it forward. Vinicius Junior. Conte. Hoists it forward. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Marquinhos. Thiago Silva. And it's played forward. It's the through ball. Emerson. Raphael. He's got the ball glued to his feet. That's been repelled. A couple of changes then in quick succession. Cleared away. Forward it goes. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Vinicius Junior. Logan. Lucas Paqueta. Neymar. And a Well, with that tackle, ball won cleanly. And it's Neymar. And here's Gabriel. Casemiro. Rafael. Danilo, and shot a goal! This could fall anywhere! Brazil making another change here.
Yeah, their position is a dominant one now, Peter.
Up to meet it! Kante gets it away. And he's there to hoof it away. Oh, that's nice. Whipped in. And he's there to clear it. And here's Gabriel Jesus! That's offside. Yes, it is. Thiago Silva. Marquinhos drives it forward. Just brushed off the ball there. And that is as far as they're going to go. Timely intervention. Hernandez does well there. Alert. Griezmann. Varane tries to head towards goal. It's a decent looking cross. Vinicius Junior. Dembele goes looking. Clears it out of harm's way. Tries to get it forward quickly. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Forward it goes. It's Gabriel Jesus! He scores! This is as ruthless as it gets.
By the looks of it, maybe it's a little more to come.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, real chance! It's a foul there right on the edge of the box. So a big chance now from 12 yards.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he? No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Thiago Silva. Keeper's got good distance on that. And it's Varane. He's away! Varane! He's put his foot right through that one.
France just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Mbappe, Pogba, and it's played forward. Good clearance and very necessary. It's a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Well positioned to make that interception. Hoists it forward. The ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Rabiot, and here's Benzema. Mbappe goes looking. You can get that clear. Griezmann. And it's Pogba. He's had a shot! Oh, denied at the last.
France are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
Gabriel Jesus. Keeper sends it forward. Danilo positions himself well and cuts it out. Here's Gabriel. Vinicius Junior plays it out to the wing. Lobs it in gently. Turns and goes back. Neymar, got a shot away! France can make their change now with a break in play. So we have a double substitution going on here. Keeps everyone guessing. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example.
France have anticipated an aerial bombardment.
Just looks like mass defence.
Yeah, it's a case of needs must at certain times, Peter, and they have to respond to what's being asked of them. Vinicius Junior really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, real danger here. Almost nothing left on the clock here. Just a few moments from glory. Vinicius Junior. Oh, that is lovely footwork. A chance to play it in. That's a throw. In again. Cleared away. Played towards the front man. Well weighted. And the counter is on. Could be a chance here. could break here. And it's Neymar. He gets past his man. It's a brilliant interception. Danilo. Casemiro. Marquinhos. Marquinhos plays it forward. And it's got through. Mbappe. Danilo. Lucas Paqueta drives it forward. Neymar spreads it towards the left. Tries to get it clear. Dembele goes looking. Logan. Lucas Paqueta. And he's there to cut it out. Well, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Forward it goes. Marquinhos cuts it out. Longley does well to read it and intercepts. Let's put a stop to that. Hernandez hoists it forward. And it's Ben Yedder. He's played him, has a goal! It's out for a goal kick. Guendouzi, and he just whacks it away. Gabriel Jesus, Lucas Paqueta, Lucas Paqueta, and here's Gabriel. Lloris sends that a long way. Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one. Vinicius Junior, across the field it goes. That's sprayed out wide, and it's Danilo. Aimed in towards the centre. Ben Yedder. Guendouzi. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. It's Ben Yedder! Neymar. Danilo. Steered forward. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Rabiot. Gabriel Jesus. Neymar. Vinicius Junior. He came in hard, very hard. Out for a throw. Rabiot. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Lucas Paqueta. And here's Gabriel. Out to the left it goes. Crunching tackle. Guendouzi. And it's played forward. And he's on his way! Neymar. Thiago Silva. And he's fouled him there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Alisson gets it upfield. Oh, that had to be more accurate. Rabiot. Kante tries to get it forward quickly. Vinicius Junior. Marquinhos. Thiago Silva. Danilo. Thiago Silva. Finds himself eased off the ball, pinged forward. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Chance! Oh, terrific save. Defending of the desperate variety. And the shot! Forward it goes. Ball through needs to be good here. Dashing foot. He's one-on-one, surely! And that will be the final act. Brazil are on top of the world. See the joy, feel the pride of the world champions. What a moment this is for all connected with the team. It's a day for pride, a day for glory, another grand chapter to be added to their glittering history.